Learning high-frequency verbs in the language you're learning is seriously going to fast-track your progress and turn you into an independent language user. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Get ready for some juicy language learning tips. Today we're focusing on verbs, and I'm going to share my latest workbook with you. So have you heard of the high-frequency method? Yeah? Everybody talks about it. No, it's basically a method of learning the most frequently used, highly repeated words. So you cut out the unnecessary words that you'll never use and focus on the words you'll need most often for day-to-day conversation. Well guys, learning high-frequency verbs in the language you're learning is seriously going to fast-track your progress and turn you into an independent language user. Languages are filled with so many verbs, but the ones we actually use on a daily basis are really not that many. If you're a beginner or maybe pre-intermediate in a language, my tip for you is to master the 50 most frequently used verbs in that language. Master them all in the common tenses and trust me, you'll be good to go. Why verbs? What about other words? Well, verbs are the most important part of a sentence. There is no sentence without a verb. In some languages, just by saying a verb on its own can basically get across what you want to say. So yes, don't neglect your verbs. In fact, prioritize them. Now, let's get into these beautiful books, shall we? The aim of the books is to learn and apply the rules of all the moods and tenses using the 50 high-frequency verbs. For each book, I've researched and included the 50 most commonly used verbs for each of the languages. And it is largely the same. When it comes to language learning, you'll learn better by doing, by crafting your own sentences and not just completing pre-made ones. In fact, many traditional verb workbooks feature conjugation drill-style exercises where you have to complete the missing verb. And this won't actually help you become an independent language user. I do see the benefit from a teaching point of view for you to get to grips with the verb endings, just to practice that in a repetition sense. But in a communication sense, it's really not helpful. So that's why in my self-study method, you'll be presented with the verb tense rules, and then you'll be guided to practice each tense by crafting your own sentences for each of the 50 verbs. This way you're creating a deeper and personal connection with the languages. You create your own sentences using those verbs. The sentence is personalized, it's created by you, which is much more like a real life situation where you create your own sentences. Once you've mastered those 50 high-frequency words, you're actually well on your way to becoming a fluent, independent user of the language. This is what my books are all about, helping you become independent. It's pointless completing a pre-made sentence because you'll never need that skill in real life. Instead, I'm giving you the tools so that you can become an independent language user. And I keep repeating that because it's so important. That is the goal. Independent. In real life, you don't have me and you don't have this book. Here's the language. Here's the rule. Now you make the sentence. I'm not making it for you. This is true self-study. This is where you'll make true progress. As always, I present the theory in bite-sized chunks with clear examples. In my books, I never overwhelm you with streams of text because it's pointless to your language communication progress. So whether you're just starting out or you're well into your language learning journey, I just want to emphasize how important it is to learn the verbs. They are the most important part of your sentence. So it's really important that you master those 50 high-frequency verbs. As always, I recommend that you diversify your learning methods. For example, combine a learning app with a textbook, with YouTube lessons, etc. And that is the true secret to fast-tracking your progress. My name's Maddie. I'm a linguist, author, and languages teacher. I've dedicated my life to learning and teaching languages. I now write and illustrate the cutest language learning books, which are all about bite-sized learning chunks, learning only the truly relevant things, and helping you tailor the language to your personal goals, as well as being super cutely illustrated to keep you inspired and motivated on your language learning journey. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. I hope you found it useful. If you are interested in purchasing the Verbs book, I will leave the link below, and do check out my super huge collection of language learning books. I'm sure there'll be something in there for you. I also make books for children as well. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one. Ciao!